Hey everybody, welcome back to Stranded. Hope you're having a great day today. We have a heat wave going on right now, which I don't think will be too big of an issue. We're gonna leave the fire on them at night. And that's because if we take a look at their clothing, it's probably a good time to look at this because this exists. Every character has a little bit of a difference in tolerance. And it usually depends on, like, they have their own natural stats, but their clothing that they're wearing plays a big part in that. And Jack Davies, he's good with cold as long as it stays above 23 Fahrenheit. That's good. That's well below freezing, but he's good at 23. To where Laura wants it to stay above 21. She's a little bit easier to cope with the cold. Rita can cope with it as long as it stays above 17, and Simon above 28. Okay. For the heat tolerance, Jack wants it to be below 23. We have 102, so Laura doesn't really like the heat. We got 118 and 111. So again, as long as the temperature stays between those two ratings, these guys are totally fine with it. So I think at night with the fire, not a big deal. I think also that we have some predators coming. And I think we're going to have this thing hunted. I would like to observe it, though. You know what? I'm going to observe that one. We're going to hunt this one. And Jack, I think you're the one that's going to hunt it. We're going to hunt that long-tailed reptile. And actually, maybe I should move Jack. Let's move him over here just so he's physically closer to his other people. He's going to go hunt this thing now. And it's attacking. Okay, I wanted him closer in case they attack because they do look like they're freaking predators. So let's get Rita to join the party here. And Laura, I'm going to wake you up and get you in this too. So Jack should be able to shoot this thing, I think, before he reaches. Nice shot. Now, we have another animal attacking, so draft and fire. Oh my god, you just killed it in one shot. That rifle is so good. I'm so glad we found that rifle. That rifle is fantastic. All right, well, meat's on the menu. Speaking of meat being on the menu, let's go to the fire really quick. And quick recipes, we can actually make meat soup as well. So let's make, let's keep at least 3 meat soups. So that our raw resources don't go bad. Now, for crafting, we're going to want to make, I think a couple of bandages would be a good thing to do. So let's craft bandages until we have maybe 3 of them at least. And then I'd also like to craft weapons. But in order to do that, we have to have research. And so that's what Simon's all about now. We're going to go ahead and switch your activities. Simon, yeah, you're going to craft before you do anything else over here. So I think what I'd like to do, at least for a little while, is I'm going to make you research primary. And you're almost good. So I'm going to have you, I think, maybe you can cook some meat soup for people. Let's wake Simon up and have him cook for a little bit. Just because he can. And, we got that heat wave, so he's not going to want to be near the fire cooking while the heat wave is going on. So I'm going to try to maybe get this cooking to happen kind of during the night like that. All right, Jack, what's going on with you? You look like you're... Seriously, eat food before working. It's 8-hour. Your schedule says anything. You should be eating before you work, dude. You're ravenously hungry. Just manage your own stomach, will you please? I don't get why they don't do that. Why not manage your own stomach? Should I go back to simple priorities with you? He's going to scavenge over here. So that should be the final scavenging for that one. And then we're going to want to go to this one over here. And then we unfortunately couldn't observe both of those. Or actually, we had to shoot both of them. So we weren't able to observe them. So we're going to want to observe, I guess, another creature. I would like to learn more about these creatures. And potentially get leathers. Let's observe this humped animal over here. If we can. Research is going now, finally. Weaponsmithing is up to 12 hours. So I think once we get that, maybe we can we'll get Simon to observe one of the animals. I'd like to get leathers if possible. But I've got these benches and stuff underneath the shelters. So they're under a roof right here, right? Rita's cooking. Can I make... I want leathers or some sort of cloth if possible. Like, I'd like to get that happening. And then we have this flower to still observe and this grass to still observe too. All right, I think once we get the weaponsmithing done, we'll get the lightning rod too. After those two things, because it's only 3 hours, after these two things, we'll go back to observations. But this crap is going to take forever to grow. Is there anything else I should be growing? So we have silicon leaf already prompted over here. It just hasn't been planted yet. We don't need the T-balls, although I could queue up harvesting some more so that we could get more, I suppose. Maybe we don't need this many, though. I don't think we need that many. Let's cancel that. We'll just do one plant for now. We scavenged another. Wow, armors. Let's get... Jack is already wearing that because he's already combat ready, man. So we should get this to Simon because he's going to be front and center, right? Does this appear or do I have to refresh it? I have to refresh it. Okay. Right there. So we'll get Simon to wear this. And now he's combat ready to go, man. That's awesome. So as soon as that's done, weaponsmithing done, we can now craft weapons. And I want spears. And I want a spear. I think we could do it until 2, but honestly, until 1 is fine for this, because as soon as it's made, we can just immediately equip it, and that means there isn't another one in storage. Although he could immediately start making another one. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just do 2. It's okay. All right. So now everybody's going to do pleasant walks and stuff. I'm going to let this run for a little while. I don't know how this game is going to present. You know, like Rimworld has this really weird flow for me where it's amazing to play, but presenting it for content, it seems like there's a lot of downtime, and I want to try to do this as best as I can to like edit through the downtime. So I'll try doing that for you, at least a little bit, and hopefully that's a better experience for you. I can't promise anything because my definition of downtime is maybe different than some other people's definition, right? But we'll see what happens. We're going to forego the research now, get you crafting. Actually, before we craft, I want to observe this because there might be a reason to have this. You observe that blade grass because there might be a reason. There might be something that we can get from this grass. Like we got grain before, and if I can plant it really quick, that would be ideal because it takes, again, a long time to grow. These plants here are going to take a long time to grow. We can harvest that now. This isn't ready to harvest yet, but also spaced out. Really wide spaces here on this plant. I think you maybe just missed a row. Blade grass. Okay, so took a sample of the blade grass while observing it. Growing and harvesting it won't be too hard as long as one's careful with the razor sharp edges of the grass. Talk about a fitting name. Blade grass. There it is. Okay, so we want to get hay. Hay is a very good thing to get, and we can get some of that growing perhaps right next to... It's not the best fertility, but I think I'll make it work. Get some blade grass growing here. Actually, let's extend this crop just a little bit. Feedback form. That's a very intrusive way to do it. I don't like that. Like, talk about demanding my attention. I guess I can understand it though. You know, I mean, okay, so I'm not mad about it. I do think it's a little bit on the nose, a little bit like in my face, but I guess I can understand it because it's really hard to get feedback from people. It's really difficult to just get a response from people. That's been my #1 problem as a content creator in my whole life right here, right? My professional life doing this job, if we can call it that. I can. I put more than 40 hours a week into it, so I'll call it that. But it's really difficult to get people's attention, to just get people to even respond. If I put out a poll, in fact, as of recording this, I'm going to put out a poll for Ixion. Just to get responses for it, I bet it's going to be quite difficult. Maybe not. I don't know, because the channel's got a little bit of a bump while I'm recording this, so that's good. It's not going to last. It never does. But that's the thing. Like, it's just hard. So I guess I can appreciate maybe being a bit more aggressive with a poll that says, "Hey, by the way, how are you liking the game?" But, I don't know. Maybe you can give me your thoughts on that. Is there a way to... So there's no storage for this. We're out of storage. That's what it's telling me right now. And so we either need another shelf. You know what we could do, actually, is let's say that the food doesn't go here. Let's say that cooked meals do not go in the stockpile. And if we can do that, we could then move them out of this stockpile. It says there's 0 out of 3 here, but that can't be true because there's literally grain porridge right there. Yeah, get cooked meals out of here. We want the cooked meals to go on the shelf, if possible. I think that's a better way to do it. So I can say, Laura, I can have you, who is sleeping. Let me hang on a second. How... you're all right. We're going to have you... Actually, you can't move it. We can't move the grain porridge. Okay, fair, I guess. But like over time as we eat it, I suppose it will... you know, it'll go down, and we just won't place it here in the future, I guess, because they're gonna grab it from here to eat it anyway. We want this to go on the shelves, and so storage shelves, wooden storage shelves. We'll just have another shelf placed here. Looks like they were a little bit short on wood. I can fix that. Cut down the palm. No, the tree. The tree, Jack. I want you to cut down this palm tree. There we go. That'll give us the wood we need. There we go. Now Jack can go ahead and build the shelf. There we go. Give us more storage space. And what's your skill at, by the way, for construction? Are you getting close? You're out to 2,000, so you need to get to 3. So I need to get to 3 because if I go into the research, the construction basics... No, it's this one. Spaceship deconstruction. This requires somebody to have construction level 3. And then instead of scavenging, we can now salvage. And we can actually get a lot more resources with another wave of interacting with these spaceship components. So we wanna do that as best as we can. All right, we have the lightning rod research, thankfully. Simon, are you observing things still? Oh, he's over here observing the tube plant. I like it, because we're probably going to want to grow our own over here. What are you? Oh, wait. Don't go play darts. You're so close, dude. Come on. You're so close. Finish the job, please. I know it says anything, but finish the job, please. And then go play darts. See, he's eating survival meals. I don't want him to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things here. We're going to go into your restrictions. And we're going to say that I do not want you to eat raw meat. Never eat raw meat. Also never eat grains. I'm okay with you eating some fruits. Fruits should be fine. They should be safe for the most part. They may be super bitter because it looks like most of the fruits are really bitter, but you can at least eat them. And then we have T-balls actually are the thing you could eat. So actually, no, I don't want you to eat fruits either. So just no raw food at all. Okay? For cooked meals, I'm going to go into other, and I want you to not be able to eat emergency rations. I don't want you to eat those, okay? I want you to eat only the quick meals, grain porridge, and meat soup. We have them in stock. They expire. Eat these only, okay? So that's what we're going to do for this. Then we're going to take and copy those restrictions, and we're going to paste them on the rest of you. And now nobody should be eating the emergency meals. So how many do we have left? We have 40 emergency rations. That's fantastic. Now, you'll only eat them if I notice there's no food in stock and people are getting really hungry and I'm like, oh man, why are people hungry? We should have food. Then I can quickly flip that switch and allow you all to eat your emergency rations while we fix the problem. That seems like a good idea. Simon, we just discovered Heptagonia. The strange plant may be a rare thing native to this world. I named it Heptagonia because of its distinctive shape. It produces sweet syrup. It can harvest it and used for cooking. I wouldn't say no to drinking it raw either. It seems to be safe. Okay, cool. So we do have some raw resource that we can that we can consume raw. We do have something that can happen that way. And of course, we have now the ability to plant this. And it can be planted in the sand. Ooh, fancy. I like it. How about we plant you? We get 100% growth over here with it, though. Let's have you planted over here. 100% growth right there. Of course, we will need to get rid of those rocks, but it's a little bit of an interesting spot to put it, though. I mean, I guess not. It's right next to a cliff face, which, if I'm not mistaken, over here, it's growing primarily right next to a cliff face. So that's pretty cool. I do want to get an order for harvesting, and we'll harvest a little bit of this just so I can see what we can use it for. So that'll be how we handle that for now. Again, people are still hungry. They've decided not to eat things. Really frustrating. Please eat the grain porridge. There's no reason for you guys to not eat things, all right? If you're not full, eat. Okay? Come on now. Simon has a risk of meltdown. Well, he's eating, so that should help him a lot. And then also going to bed right away after that will help him a lot too. Then Rita was also on her way to making a spear. No, she was making bandages. I could have her make a spear. Her crafting skill is really bad, though. I think Simon was the one that was interested in it, so I think I should probably have Simon continue with his having crafting be his thing. And then Jack, I think I'm actually I want you to kind of sleep with everybody else here. I don't want you to be like this night owl. So I'm gonna have you go back to bed. Laura has harvested what I can assume is sweet syrup. Yep. And so now can we do anything with it? We can't make the veggie soup. We have hot drinks. We can't do anything with that either. So we probably need a more advanced recipe for cooking. And that's what we're going to get with our stove. So I'm going to place now nope, not furniture, light and heat. Nope, where is it? Production. Cook stove. Here it is. We're going to have a cook stove instead. And I'm going to place this, I think... actually kind of want to place it here, so I'm going to move the rack. Let's move this rack to be here instead. We'll have Laura do this really quickly. And she's eating. She's done. Fantastic. Move this. Thank you. And then I want to get a cook stove right here. And that could be a construction project for Jack when he wakes up. Because again, we want Jack's construction skill to get to 3. So that we can start salvaging the ships and get even more cool resources from doing so. We also apparently scavenged some boots. I'm wondering how good they are compared to the normal boots we already have. These are synthetic boots already. So we've got sneakers, and sneakers. So who wants them? Well, Laura's going to get into combat more than the others. I guess it really depends on how much protection it has, right? Blunt deflection, piercing, nothing, really. These are insects, and so we do have some better protection with these as well. So I think I'm going to get, let's see, hold on, 5 and 1% for the spaceship pants. These trousers are worse. So we'll have spaceship pants on you and the synthetic boots on Simon. Because he's probably going to be a more frontline as we go too. So Simon's going to have better boots and better pants. Look at that. It like changes the way it looks too. I like it. He's not in a good mood. In a really bad happiness, actually. He has a bad relationship with Rita. And it's just relaxation. Yeah, that'll help him. So he's going to play some darts. That's cool. That's fine. We actually should get more stuff. The punching pole and the shooting target. We need hay from this. We can't do the punching pole until we collect leathers too, but we need hay for this, for the shooting target. So that's where we're going to want to harvest over here. We're going to want to harvest this. Well, yeah, it has 100% harvest. Well, I think we just cut it. Yeah, there's no harvest here. We just cut. So cut this down. That should give us the hay we need. This is also some grain grass here, I suppose. You can wait for the grain to grow on that. But if we cut this down, we're going to be able to use the hay to create a new thing that they can use for their own like satisfaction. And I think a shooting target would be great because I think that was Jack's thing. I think I remember seeing that somewhere. Jack liked shooting targets and stuff. Maybe it was here, profile. Yeah, target practice. Laura likes just veggie pizza. She likes taking walks. And Simon is a smoker, which I think we are drying it, right? Maybe? No, we're drying meat, which is good. It makes the meat last longer. So harvesting that is a good thing too. I don't know if we actually butchered all of the bugs. I don't know if we did or not. There's also this we could butcher, so I can get that marked. And actually, I think let's have Rita come out and do that. To get some more meat. Because Jack's already building the cooking stove. Once we have the cooking stove, we'll have access to more recipes, and we can stop cooking at the campfire. I don't know if we can actually cook more efficiently with the cook stove. I would assume that the resources, like we can extinguish it and relight it and all that stuff, right? So maybe that's a thing. Unsure. We'll find out. Jack's got a risk of meltdown. Is it because of hunger again? Yeah, it is. He just refuses to eat. I don't understand it. But in any case, this is here now. So now we have the hot drinks, which we know we can do. So we'll have this until we have 5. We have quick recipes. We know we can make grain porridge. We'll do this until we have, let's say, 4. And the quick recipes for meat soup, we'll do this until we have 4 as well. There we go. And then we have tasty recipes, which we can't make any of yet. But this is where veggie pizza and stuff come in. And we can't make veggie pizza until we have what? Juice leaf. Need to find juice leaf somewhere. Okay. And then meat pie was the other one that people really loved. And we need cactus fruits from this. So we could do this. We just harvest those cactus, get the cactus fruits, and we can make meat pie, which is a lot of people's favorite. So that sounds like a good thing too. We also have chef's recipes. For this, we can make fruit cake. We actually have the sweet syrup now to go ahead and do that, which is fantastic. So I think I'll just make this until we have 1. We're not going to do a whole lot there. We're going to allow the T-balls to be used for that as well. So that's the new cooking task. So now all we need to do is just go like this and take it out of the fire. And so it can now be done here instead. And then we should also... No, I think we have the fuel, right? Yeah, we have 2 days worth of fuel here, so that's good. All right. We just got a spear. I would like Simon to equip that spear. So let's go over to equipment. Simon, you're first to have a spear. Because you are, you're not a ranged attacker. So we are going to want to give everyone a spear. But Simon will be first because everyone else has a weapon already. And he also has some good, protection against the bugs. I mean, there's blunt defection, pierce deflection. It's not good. It's okay. Maybe Rita actually should give up her pants and have her put on... I think we will. Let's have Simon put on the trousers again. Rita, will have you put on the spacesuit pants. And then Simon, will have you go in and have the synthetic leggings. This will provide you with more protection. So if you are now going to be in the front line with your spear... And also, because you don't bleed, right? This is really a good thing to have him at the front lines. And in fact, I think mostly the bugs are hitting him in the legs. So I don't think he needs a lot of piercing protection and stuff. But he does have the synthetic vest anyway. So now he's really well protected here with a spear as a frontline attacker. So that should be all right. And now he's going to go observe the humped animal. Fantastic. Laura, what are you doing right now? You're just scavenging, which is something we need you to do. We do want that. Now you're saying you're going to sleep. I would like you real quick to just cut the blade grass. We could harvest the hay and then make that shooting target so that Jack can use that, because Jack is always going to be in a bad mood compared to everybody else, at least I would think. Just because, one, he doesn't seem to want to eat when he's hungry, apparently. But the other reason is because he's got cirrhosis, and so he's going to be in constant pain. It's like house, basically. So let's also... No available storage for the hay. We can fix that. Let's go in and get another... Let's go in and get another shelter. Put in right like this. And Laura can build that really quick. I know you want to sleep. I get it. But you're here. You're available. And it's going to be fine. I think you're going to be in good shape there. No. Take that back. Don't do that. Forget that. Because Jack's construction skill is the one that needs to rise. Jack needs to build everything. I want you to go ahead and haul that scrap metal in. And then you're going to build this. Yeah. Build that shelter. With that shelter built, we can now go in, put a new stockpile like that, and put a new stockpile like that. So they have room to pass between these, but there is storage space to store this stuff now underneath the shelter, which is good. You know what? I could just actually have more built, I think. Scrap metal is just scrap metal. So I think, I mean, I could do it with sticks too, but I don't know. Maybe I should have done it with sticks. But I'm going to do it all with scrap metal here. It makes it a little bit more durable anyway. And then with that done, we can then go in and have stockpile continue from this side and also from this side. Okay, good. Jack, come over. You're already doing it. Look at him. He's already on the ball. Can't reach the bright leaf plant. I can fix that. We could just go ahead and harvest the tall cactus because we've already observed it. We can harvest it, and then you should have access to it then. So Laura's sleeping. Jack is... You're all right. Yeah, we can harvest this. We'll just have you do that really quick. Although this is a planting skill thing, isn't it? Yeah, harvesting is your farming skill. I'm not sure I want you to do that. Let's actually not have you do that. Instead, we'll have one of these two do it when they wake up. Laura's pretty rested now. We just discovered a dromata. Okay, this is like the zebra thing. Yeah. So it's a big humped animal that looks like a camel and a zebra had a baby on an alien planet. So I named it dromata. From my observations, it's a peaceful herbivore which will most likely avoid confrontations and run away from a threat. It's quite big, so it should provide a decent amount of meat. Its hide also seems valuable. This could be where we get our leather finally. Okay. So we're going to want to hunt the dromatas. How much meat do we have in storage? Raw. 26 insect meat and 26... No, that's it. Just 26 insect meat. So assuming we have 5 meat soup already made too. So we don't need any more soup at the moment. So we're not going to hunt until we need the meat, right? I want the meat. I don't want anything to go bad. Disease. Sleep parasite. An unknown parasite is causing me fatigue and drowsiness. For now, there is no cure, but a skilled healer may be able to think of something. Oh, no. Sleep parasite. You're already in a bad mood. Now you're going to get... What's this going to do for us? Whole body. Increases the need for sleep. Rest from a full sleeping cycle is reduced by 10%. Okay, I mean, so there could be worse, right? For parasites, that could be worse, right? You know, we can go with it. Seems like it's only Jack that has it. For now, that's what it seems like, anyway. Yeah. Okay, good. Jack's just gonna be a big complication. We're getting metal refinement, then the tea boiling, and then I think we don't really need the traps until we start making a big defense, and there's just too much area to cover right now to make like a big fenced-in area. I guess I could always expand my camp. So if I wanted to, for example, I suppose I could get a wall from here over to there, and then everybody can get in here. That would at least get us to where we are safe from creatures if there's a lot of them coming at us, which there might be in the future. So perhaps we should maybe look at defense. I do like that we're next to this big walled-in canyon sort of thing. So it's almost like a natural barrier. And so I think maybe we could get... I mean, we're kind of spread out. You know, actually, another thing we could do is just build... is it stone? 50 integrity, 50. So we could use stone or wood. We have quite a bit of stone. We don't have as much wood, so I think we'll use stone. One thing we could do, I suppose, is something like this. Because I don't know where they're going to spawn. So maybe we could do something like this. We could say that we build a small fenced in area right here, and we can always tear this down later, I guess. But we build... Actually, this is even too big even. We don't need it to be this big. It could be really small. We build a small, like, square area here, right, where we can just stand in here to fight the bugs. They will attack the wall, of course. And so to counteract the fact that they're going to attack the walls, we can also have 2 layers to this. And this would give us the ability, I think, to spear them, because I think that increases our range. Maybe not. But we could spear them and shoot them for sure while they're attacking our walls. And this keeps the bug out of melee range, which I like. We could then go in to get the fence door, and we could just use... I think I just want to use sticks, honestly. Although, what's the point of a 50 integrity fence if they can just go around and hit the door, right? So probably should have something that's higher integrity. Yeah, scrap metal. We have a lot of it. So we'll just use scrap metal. And we'll put the door there and there. And this will be what Jack is going to now construct. So lots and lots of... yeah, we need some mining done to get some more stone. And we can go ahead and have that queued up. Somebody's going to go do it, hopefully. Activities, mining. So I think we'll have Laura switch this to a 2. Yep. Laura will switch that to a 2 so that she does that more reliably. Where is Laura? She's just taking a walk, which is fine. But I do want you to have... I mean, she's already fairly happy, right? Yeah. So we'll have her do some mining really quick. So Jack is going to go to sleep. I think that's okay because, you know, he's got the parasite thing. We need him to go to sleep, get a full night's sleep. I don't want you to melt down. So, yeah, I just need you to get to construction 3. Can you do that for me? Very close. I think building that will absolutely get us to 3. As long as Laura doesn't... She's going to construct, isn't she? Yeah, I think she is. She's transporting. Maybe that's not construction. No. Let me just double check here. Activities, Laura, construct 3. Yeah, she'd be doing everything else before she does that. And we have mining to do, so that should be the next task. She's the only one left scavenging too. And we're getting a lot of these metal alloys, which we can definitely use in the future. It'll be a very good thing to have in the future. Simon's making more. How's everybody else's health? You're still the only one with the parasite, right? Yeah. Although I'm wondering if that's contagious at all. I don't know. Like, I don't know a lot of stuff about medical, right? I have no study at all on medical stuff, so I don't know that. But I am curious as whether or not parasites can be, you know, obviously like with the exchange of bodily fluids and everything, of course. But is it like something as simple as just coughing on someone can give you the parasite? Maybe. Maybe. Can you harvest this, please? Harvest not ready. Oh? Oh. Can you get in here? Simon, are you able to get in here yet? No. He's not able to reach it. Doesn't look like it. He's either that or he's ignoring my orders, so I think he's still not able to reach it. Well, we'll cut down one of these. I think it's probably okay to cut down one. Let's just... we'll have Laura come over and cut down this tall cactus, and then Simon should be able to reach that flower. I really want to get access to... because I think there might be some medicinal qualities in this thing, and I would like him to look at this. So he can get this now. Okay, Simon observed the plant, and it says we have a discovery of cloth blossom. The plant blooms in beautiful big flowers, which go through a remarkable metamorphosis, forming fibrous white balls. I believe they are very similar to cotton and can be used in the production of cloth. So cloth blossom seems like a fitting name. We now can harvest cloth, which is fantastic. So exactly what we need to do. So I want to go over to harvest and make sure that we can get some of those. Very good. And then if I see any more anywhere else, there's a tall order in a place like this. It doesn't look like we have much for the cloth blossom. There's some way over here too. I kind of, in a way, I sort of wish... Stuff is really far away. Interesting rock. Okay. No, we can't plant a rock, so I don't care. However, this cactus, actually, we have this really close by. Let me just zip ourselves all the way back over here. Where is that? I saw that right next to, right here. These need to be observed as well. So we can't actually harvest the tall cactus, but that's what we need in order to make that. It's an extra meal, right? It's food. To make a certain food, I forget what it is already. There it is. Jack just reached construction 3. This is very good for us. Let's go to research, and now we can queue up. I thought I could. Yep, spaceship deconstruction. Let's queue that up. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that right after metal refinement. So let's shift this to the front of the queue, and then queue that up there. So we're going to do ship deconstruction first, and then we'll hit the antibiotics and all that stuff. Although I'm wondering if antibiotics, it seems weird, but I wonder if antibiotics will do anything for the sleep parasite. I mean, it doesn't make sense because it's antibiotics, but well, maybe it could. Looks like we have aggressive animals. Oh, and they're right here. Okay. Okay, game. Jack, how's your mood? Are you ready for some hunting? It does look like he's ready for some hunting, isn't he? Move you over here. Rita, your mood is great too. Let's move you over here. Simon. Low mood. We may not need you. There's only 12 of them. Let's bring you over here, though. Simon's going to get in the front, though. Okay. Everybody ready? Let's move forward. And we are just going to shoot them. We're going to pick a fight with these 3 at the front here, these little ones here. Actually, there's only 12, but I'm noticing that they are different sizes now. There's a huge overgrown one, which sucks. Also, we can observe. Oh, we have to actually. Right, they're too dangerous to observe. We have to kill them first. Okay. And then this one is a bloated, overgrown insect as well. They're just like big ones. So maybe that will change the situation. 1-shot kill from Jack, as expected. All right, Rita is going to be there. Simon is right in front of Jack. Oh, he's running away. What a coward. Yep, Simon's just going to sit right here in the front. Boom. Oh, gosh. I love that. So good. That rifle. I just love that we got that rifle. Let's just get right up here. Jack, are you ready to shoot? You're on the top of the hill now, buddy. There you go. Jack, let's get right here. Stand right in front of him. Because Jack's aggroing them, so they're going to come for Jack. So Simon's just going to stand in front of Jack, where it's the loudest. And then Rita can just stand on the side and kill anything that comes towards him, too. We do have some other ones that are coming here. Let's make a move to this side. We'll just come over here really quick. A little chilly for people. No big deal. Rita, step back. There we go. God, this is crazy. That rifle is so cool. Loaded overgrown insect. Simon? Ooh. Whoa, that thing exploded. Oh, the bloated overgrown insect. It does something different. It's not overgrown. It's a bloated overgrown. There's something different about that one. Let's observe this. I want to mark all of these for observation, actually, just so I can have the huge ones. Yeah, huge. So there's overgrown, the regular overgrown, then there's the bloated overgrown, then there's the huge overgrown. They're different things. And it looks like I can only observe one of them anyway. So we're going to undraft. You're not wounded, are you? You have a small superficial bite. We're going to undraft you. It's a very small bite. You're not going to need to worry about it. I want you to observe this. Show me what that is all about, okay? Undraft and Rita undraft. Okay, good. We've settled another fight. That wasn't too hard. I'm really thinking the scavenging is the main reason this is so good, right? Like, we would normally be on like bows and arrows and spears and stuff. Granted, we would be okay. I think we would still be fine in terms of like wounds and everything. But yeah, explosive scarabée. The bug I observed looks like an overgrown version of the pest that's known and hated on many worlds. Giving it a common bug's name felt a bit underwhelming, so I chose a nice sounding scarabee. Unfortunately, it's a lot more annoying than some tiny insect that scuttles through your fridge. This one is big and impudent enough to attack humans and do some damage. The main problem is that these insects tend to swarm and work together in large groups, so they should not be underestimated. So, can I actually see what they do now? This is just a larger version of the Scarabée Warrior. Okay, so this is considered just Scarabée. Larger version. And then this one is considered an explosive Scarabée. Due to ill mutations, this Scarabée is accumulating volatile liquids in its soft tissues. If its chitlin shell breaks, they will explode. Yep, that's what I observed. Let's go ahead and mark all of them for butchering. And I think I'm going to let them go for a while. Simon does have an injury, but again, he doesn't bleed. Not really. I'll have you wait for treatment, though, because somebody can treat you. And then, who's my medic again? I forget. It's probably a good idea to always know who your medic is. I think Rita can do it. The thing is, I think we have 3 medics. You know? So, I think that's probably that's the reason. Yeah, we have 2 healing here. Rita has 2 healing and Simon has 1 healing. I guess technically we have 3 medics, but really we have no good medics. We just have everyone having a little bit of medical skill. Let's go back to activities and let's make sure that research is now Simon's top task when he wakes up. Blade grass is going to give us the hay we need. Actually, because we have the hay, we should be able to now make the shooting target. Very good. And where do we want this? Let's have it be put... I'm not sure how far away you have to stand to use it, but I'm going to put it like back here. You can shoot at an elevated target. How's that sound? Jack, feel free to construct the shooting target. It is your favorite thing anyway. You can also use it for long range practice now because you can stand back and shoot. Laura's gonna break down in a second here. Now happiness is going up. She has all of her traits. She shouldn't be. Yeah, she shouldn't be upset. You're all good. Rita's got a whole body relief from the tea. In fact, Jack should be drinking tea to get rid of his pain. Can you drink tea once you're done with that? I'd like you to drink tea, Jack. Actually, I'd like you to do that now. Let's just get rid of your pain. It'll get you in a much better mood all the time. Yep. And then you can go shoot at the target if you'd like to, but this is going to give you, hopefully, yeah, no pain because of the pain relief on the tea. Very good. We've researched metal refinement, and also Lara has reached 4 physical strength. So what does this do for us? It gives us the furnace. It allows us to transform the scrap metal into and/or into metal alloys, and we're going to need metal alloys, so I probably should stop using all the scrap metal. We can always tear these down too and make them into different from resources later. I think I'm going to place one of the furnaces right here for now. Let's have you construct this before you go butcher. Those Scarabée will last a while. I don't need you to butcher it right away. And Simon, are you sleeping? No, you're researching. Well, go ahead and research that then. And then Jack is already... Yep, here he is. He is. He's shooting. Where is he shooting from? Oh, wow. He's shooting through the... Okay. That's a little broken, but fine. And he loves target practice, so that's going to give him his favorite pastime. Yep. It's going to give him a big mood increase. I should probably build that somewhere else. I'm going to move that somewhere else. Let's move it to be maybe over here. That way it doesn't look so weird when you shoot at it. We'll put the target right here. Okay, I also noticed this. Laura has to go and repair the shooting target. Because, of course, when you hit the target, you do damage to it. This is going to be an issue because Jack is the one that's going to be using it most often, and he has this weapon that hits super hard. So we're probably going to need to repair this quite often, I would think. I'm going to have 2 of them set up, I think, instead. just so that he can potentially shoot at one in case we run out of hay for the other one or something, because it doesn't look like it takes resources to do that. And then we can now go into smelt and say scrap metals, and we want to smelt until we have, let's say, 50 alloys available. Now that means we're not going to be smelting at all right now because there's no reason to. So I don't want you to refuel it, and I wish I would have not added fuel already, but we don't want to refuel it. We don't need it yet, but having built it, we could at least do it once we need it. Okay? So the next task to get into then is, oh, we also just got the branched cactus. So unfortunately, the branched cactus is not edible. However, it is slightly poisonous juice, has some medicinal properties. And this is what we needed for getting antibiotics. So we can now get the cactus slime, and we can use that to create antibiotics. We have plenty of these, so no need to plant them yet. But we do have the ability eventually to harvest them once they are fully grown. We could work our way back in getting them from there. Okay, I think this is probably an okay place to stop for this video. We're at, what, like 40, probably getting close to 50 minutes by now, I think. So it's probably a good place to stop. Everybody else is sleeping. Seems good. We're at, you know, people are getting risks of meltdowns and stuff. I do wonder if we ever get more survivors and how long it takes to get more. One of the things that might be good to start prioritizing in the near future is the long distance travel. It's 12 hours. We can build a hot air balloon, and then we can go and explore. And that's that thing that Rita has, where on expeditions, she is, where is the trait? It's where, I don't remember where to see the traits here. Yeah, she has this natural curiosity, has a chance to field observe unknown species during expeditions. So we're going to look at expeditions as we go, because we can send the balloon out to places and explore, and maybe that's where we find other survivors. So we'll take a look at that eventually. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.